Lindo, give us the situation of what is happening outside that municipality right now.
Well, Xoli, the situation is escalating at this point. You'd remember that last week, the MEC, Panyaza Lesufi, as well as MEC Jacob Mamabulo, deployed by the Premier of the province to come here and calm tensions, as well as to just find solutions to the problems that the workers of the West Rand District Municipality were facing. But we understand that even those interventions from the MECs that were deployed here have not yielded any fruits. And that is why you are seeing today that the workers are saying that they've totally shut down emergency services, that is your fire engines, that is your emergency response teams around this area. And they're saying that as you can see those pictures, they're saying that they're taking this fleet of trucks to the Premier's office, because the Premier is the one that needs to be dealing with the situation here. But as you see on that, just in that petrol station, they are refueling to go to the Premier's office. Those fire engines, all of these emergency management services vehicles in this area will be going to the Premier's office, and that is where the workers will be trying to get to engage with the Premier of the province. But next to me, in fact, Xoli, is the one of the leaders in this, Bongani Mqina, who has been at the forefront of negotiations last week. If we can just get a sense, Baba, what has led to this point now that you are taking the fleet of cars to the Premier's office?
Yeah, Lindokuhle, you'll recall we've been having discussions with both the MEC, Mamabulo and Lesufi, and at one stage they requested us to allow the council sitting to approve the council, the municipal bank account, which we accordingly did. And the expectation at that time it was that there is going to be a payment. That payment, it has not effected until today. Now we are getting a sense here that we are being played, we are being taken for fools. And we can't tolerate that. That we must be honest. We are not moving from what we have said, that we are halting the service down. As I talk to you, there is no service that we are rendering. All municipal vehicles, all fire engines and rescue are here. We are now preparing to enroll to the office of the Premier, simply because we want now the Premier to give us the attention. People that he delegated to come and attend to us, they have not helped us until this far. So we can't take this thing anymore. The status quo hasn't changed. The problem is deepening day in, day out.
Very quickly, just remind us, what is the problem that you're trying to get solved here, and what will you be hoping for in your quest to go to the Premier's office?
Remember, our problem here is non-payment of third parties. As I talk to you, our medical aids are being suspended. We are no longer medically secured. Our bonds are being at the verge of being repossessed by banks now. Everything that we stood to benefit, it's now gone. So going to the office of the Premier is to say, you are the head of the government, help our situation. This municipality on its own, I repeat, it will not help itself out from this mess. It's a mess that needs the provincial government to intervene. So we can't have a Premier who's folding his arms elsewhere and think that this thing will resolve itself on its own. So it's not going to happen like that. So we are confronting him now. That's what we are doing.
Take me through the plan here. The vehicles, we see that you are trying to refuel them. There will be a convoy to the Premier's office, I understand. But take me through the plan. What will be happening from this point?
From this point, we are correctly putting it, we are filling in the vehicles from here. We are doing a convoy with all the vehicles, including other vehicles. With all the vehicles, we'll be driving through N12 Road, going to the office of the Premier. On our arrival, we are expecting to be received by the Premier. We do not have an appointment with him, but we do not think whatever that it's doing, it will be more important than what we are requesting. Because as I talk to you, should there be a fire, should there be a motor vehicle accident, there is nobody who's going to respond to it. And if the Premier has the attitude that we've already seen through people that he deployed, then he must come and render the service here himself. So we are not going to be apologetic. We are not going to render a service when we are not paid. We're not going to render a service when we are at the verge of being evicted in our houses. So we're not going to do that. If you get injured on work, which medical hospital is going to take you in? You are going to be subjected to a public health care, and we know it's very poor. It's very poor.
Very quickly, should you not receive the audience of the Premier, what will happen then?
Look, we are staying there. he will have to come. He is aware, wherever he is aware that there is this thing that is coming. So it's not as if we are doing it a secret, it's not a surprise visit. He is expecting us, we are going to meet with him. If he's not going to meet us, that's well and good. People who are going to suffer at the end of the day are communities. It is them who want the votes of these communities.
So thank you so much, Babumcina. We'll catch up with you a bit later. But Xoli, I'll allow you again to just see those visuals, those emergency vehicles being filled up and being prepared to go to the Premier's office, and a dangerous situation really playing out at this stage, as we understand from the leaders that in fact there is no service that will be rendered in this region. So there will be no fire engines, there will be no response to emergency calls, and that is why they're saying they're demanding the audience of the Premier to come as soon as possible and address their problems, because a lot will actually affect the people of the communities around here.
All right, Lindokuhle Xulu, thank you very much for that update.